about 2 lakh applications for correction of national ID card pending. Election Commission instructs field-level officials to resolve them by June 30th. Islami Andolon Bangladesh places 16-point demand including fundamental state reforms and proportional representation system. Battery-operated 3-wheel e-rickshaw produced by BUET to be available at market in August. Initially ply at Polton, Dhanmondi and Uttara, informs LGRD advisor. 81 more Palestinians killed in Israeli attack in Gaza in the last 24 hours. In the past month, the Election Commission has resolved 1,88,711 national ID applications across the country. However, around 1,90,000 NID correction applications are still pending nationwide. The Election Commission has set a deadline of June 30th for field officers to clear these pending applications. At the start of the correction process, the number of unresolved applications stood at 3,70,000. While the crash program was ongoing, more new applications were submitted. In total, the Commission began work with over 5 lakh applications. Currently, the EC's server holds data on approximately 12 crore 18 lakh voters. Due to various issues in their NIDs, many of them have applied for corrections. Depending on the complexity of the issues, the Commission is processing the application in different categories. Director General of the NID Wing, ASM Humayun Kabir, stated that a crash program has been launched to expedite the correction process. He mentioned that they are making efforts to ensure that no application remains pending. Most of the NID errors occurred due to faults on the authorities' end. Therefore, the newly formed Election Commission aims to complete the correction process as quickly as possible to reduce public suffering. Islami Andolon Bangladesh placed a 16-point demand including state reforms and proportional representation system during a grand rally held at Sohrawardi Uddan today. The rally was presided over by the Amir of Islami Andolon Bangladesh, Syed Muhammad Rizal Karim. The party demanded prompt action against activities that threaten Islam and country sovereignty to prevent mass unrest. National unity must be built to resist all anti-state and anti-Islam conspiracies and to counter imperialist, expansionist and hegemonic forces, it added. The party called for the introduction of proportional representation electoral system in both proposed chambers of parliament, the announcement of a July charter by next month to fulfill the aspirations of the July 2024 uprising and the establishment of a discrimination-free, corruption-free Bangladesh. The declaration stressed that fundamental state reforms must be completed urgently to prevent future autocrats, corrupt individuals, looters and terrorists from using state power to snatch people's rights or undermine constitutional institutions through partisanship. The administration must be restructured to ensure a level playing field for fair elections. Justice must be ensured for crimes committed by the previous fascist regime. It also urged the formation of a united, ironclad alliance of patriotic and Islamic forces to defeat corrupt, extortionist and terrorist groups in the upcoming national election. To safeguard the country's independence, sovereignty, public safety, communal harmony, peace and progress, the party called for the practice of the enlightened ideals of the Islam at all levels of the state. Eco-friendly and safe vehicles are set to debut on the streets of Dhaka. In the first phase, BUET developed 3-wheeled battery-powered e-rickshaws will be launched on a trial basis in 3 areas of the capital. Starting from the first week of August, these e-rickshaws will initially operate in Palton and Dhanmondi under Dhaka South City Corporation and in Uttara under Dhaka North City Corporation, according to Asif Mahmood Shajib Bhuiya, advisor to the Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives. He shared this information at the inauguration of a training program for low-speed, three-wheeled, battery-powered e-rickshaws held at the Dhaka North City Corporation office in the afternoon. The LGRD advisor said that along with the police, student involvement in traffic management will also be increased. Speakers at the event mentioned that unauthorized rickshaws will gradually be removed from two zones of the two city corporations. Work is underway to ensure charging takes place only at approved charging stations. The new rickshaws will be available on the market from the beginning of August. The research team behind the rickshaw was led by Professor Mohammad Ehsan from the Department of Mechanical Engineering at BUET. He stated that an e-rickshaw with hydraulic brakes, a safe frame and an energy-efficient unit will cost less than 2 lakh taka. The rickshaw features include rear-view mirrors, indicators, a windshield, a canopy, powerful headlights and a control unit. The speed will be limited to 30 km per hour and the operating cost will be only 2.5 taka per kilometer. Not only conventional education, but technical educated manpower is needed for the overall development of the society and the state. Primary and mass education advisor Dr. Bidhan Ranjan Roy Poddar said this at an evaluation meeting of Skillful project at a hotel in the capital today. TMED Secretary Dr. K.M. Kabirul Islam and UNICEF Bangladesh representative Rana Flowers attended the event as special guests. The organizers expressed the hope that this initiative will play an effective role in making skilled human resources of the country in the future. The meeting reveals that 82% students of this Skillful project have been involved in the post-training work. The project has been successfully implemented for the skill development of the dropout teenagers of schools. 6,820 country. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Mohammad Shafiqul Alam stated this during a view exchange meeting with the newsmen at the Khulna Deputy Commissioner's conference room this afternoon. The government is taking steps to stop the spread of black money in the election and also to ensure that capable individual can become candidate in the poll, he added. The Chief Advisor's Press Secretary further said that the government is working to return back the festive atmosphere in the election. He mentioned that the interim government attaches special attention for the development of Khulna, and for that the government has taken up multifaceted planning for the development of Monglaport. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary also informed that the schools at the closed jute mills premises in Khulna will be nationalized. Deputy Press Secretary Azad Majumdar and Senior Assistant Press Secretary Faiz Ahmed were present on the occasion. Now, international news. Israeli attacks across Gaza have killed at least 81 Palestinians and injured 422 others. The killings come a day after US President Donald Trump said a ceasefire in Gaza could be reached within the next week. Gaza's government media office says revelations in the Israeli media that soldiers were ordered to deliberately shoot starving Palestinians seeking aid supplies are further evidence of war crimes in Gaza. The head of the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, says aid distribution sites operated by the US and Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation had created a killing field. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 56,412 people and wounded 133,054. US President Donald Trump has hit out at Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's claim that Iran won its recent 12-day war with Israel, also saying the United States will absolutely bomb the country again if it pursues nuclear weapons. The US President launched a torrent of abuse at Iran's supreme leader on his Truth Social platform on Friday, claiming he had saved Khamenei from a very ugly and ignominious death and accusing him of blatantly and foolishly lying when he claimed victory in the war the previous day. In his first sortie since the Israel-Iran war ended with a ceasefire earlier this week, Khamenei had also said Iran slapped America in the face by launching missiles at a major US base in Qatar following US attacks on Iranian nuclear sites at Fordow. He had demanded Israel pull back from the final knockout. At least 13 soldiers have been killed and 24 personnel, including 14 civilians, were wounded in a suicide attack in northwestern Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. Saturday's attack was carried out in Khadi Market, according to a local media outlet, Khyber Chronicles, which quoted security sources. A suicide bomber rammed an explosive-laden vehicle into a military convoy. A local government official in North Waziristan district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province told the AFP news agency separately. The attack was claimed by the Hafiz Gul Bahadur armed group, a faction of the Pakistan Taliban. Pakistan has witnessed a sharp rise in violence in its region bordering Afghanistan since the Taliban returned to power in Kabul in 2021, with Islamabad accusing its western neighbor of allowing its soil to be used for attacks against Pakistan, a claim the Taliban denies. Now news on weather. Met Office, in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow, said light to moderate rain or thunder showers with lightning flashes and temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at many places over Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions and at a few places over Rangpur, Rajshahi, Dhaka, Mymensingh and Sylhet divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to very heavy falls likely to occur at places over Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions. Due to very heavy rainfall, landslide may occur at places over the hilly districts of Chattogram, Rangamati, Bandarban, Khagrachari and Cox's Bazar. Night and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. Now news on sports. Two Brazilian clubs, Palmeiras and Botafogo, are now facing each other in the first match of round of 16 of FIFA Club. Sri Lanka defeated Bangladesh by an innings and 78 runs on the fourth day of the second test at the Sihanouk Sports Club in Colombo today. With the win, the hosts secured a 1-0 victory in the two-match series. Bangladesh resumed on 115 for 6 and lost the remaining 4 wickets for only 18 runs, being all out on 133. Mushfiqur Rahim top scored for the visitors with 26 runs. Left-arm spinner Prabhat Jayasuriya ripped through the Bangladesh innings, claiming 5 for 56 after going wicketless in the first innings. Skipper Dhananjaya De Silva and off-spinner Tharindo Ratnayake scalped 2 wickets each respectively. Bangladesh scored 247 in the first innings, while Sri Lanka posted 458 in their first and lone innings. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. About 2 lakh applications for correction of national ID card pending. Election Commission instructs field-level officials to resolve them by June 30th. Islami Andolon Bangladesh places 16-point demand including fundamental state reforms and proportional representation system. Battery-operated three-wheel e-rickshaw produced by BUET to be available at market in August. Initially ply at Polton, Dhanmondi and Uttara, informs LGRD advisor. 81 more Palestinians killed in Israeli attack in Gaza in the last 24 hours. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11 p.m. Bangla news. Until then, Allah Hafiz.